Good morning. We have with us Mr. S. Kartik, Vice President Procurement, Tagros Chemicals India Private Limited. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning to you, Prashant.
Uh, uh, Sir, wanted to know about the supply chain scenario in India and when do you think it will ease out?
So the past 3 years odd have been a real roller coaster for all of us across the world, I would say. Especially for India, it's been a very testing time, all starting with the COVID and the entire logistics squeeze after that, logistic disruptions. So let it be containers, let it be people. I think there has been a lot of it which has happened. And we were just hoping that by the start of this year 2022, all of this would ease. And then suddenly we had the disruptions happening around February when we saw escalation of possibly all the raw material prices driven by crude and metals. I think a whole lot of it has changed just in a matter of about 2 weeks' time in February. So all put together, I think we are having challenges around now. The container movements, we are having issues with the kind of pricing that's there on various base chemicals across that's there. I think a lot of these people are finding solutions to it in some manner, and we are also kind of looking at resolving a lot of the logistics issues through better planning, through putting together a lot of planning initiatives, digitization. I think these are some frameworks that a lot of us are looking at. And I would say that we would still need to wait for some more time, maybe 2 or 3 quarters more, for all of this to kind of distill out, clear out. While I'm kind of hopeful that with each passing day things will improve, but let's hope there is a peace around the world and there is better things that are in store. So, but it's definitely a challenging time for India as a country. It's a challenging time for us as a company, and I think all of us in the industry are passing through this phase at this time.
How is Tagros Chemicals India Private Limited minimizing their hardships in supply chain?
Yeah, so as I told you, we are currently kind of looking at alternate sourcing mechanisms. We are looking at engineering, reverse engineering a number of our products. We are looking at things like, alternate developments, outsourcings. There is a digitization play also that we have looked at, sometime earlier, and we have implemented that successfully. So all of these are bringing in some amount of, should I say, value, and which is kind of trying to minimize the disruption that is there on the table. I think that's what I would say.
With respect to digitization, how is Tagros minimizing their supply chain worries or the logistics worries, keeping in view the digitization that you have done within your organization?
So, digitization on as a whole, we've divided into multiple frameworks, and as a kind of a roadmap into a few years. So, the first few years, I think, the last 2 years we have focused on movements into sourcing. So, these were the two major areas that we focused on to. So, at this point of time, we have our entire incoming cargoes and outgoing cargoes completely getting tracked online. So this was implementation with a number of agencies, including the Nice Grove ICC that we had taken up. And the entire outbound cargo also similarly gets tracked online. In addition to that, we have also implemented the entire sourcing suite, which helps us kind of get connected to our vendors online. And the entire sourcing activity, transactional activity has started now, has completely transited from a kind of email-based, paper-based kind of transaction to a complete workflow-based transaction. So I think that shift has taken place. We are also looking forward to implementing a few more in terms of information and collaboration with vendors in the next few years. I think put together, these are the few things that we feel are taking us through these troubled times.
And what about PM Gati Sakti?
I think in terms of the Gati Shakti initiatives, I think we are kind of going along and we are utilizing those facilities. I'm really hopeful the way the Gati Shakti initiatives are spanning out. I'm only hopeful and look forward to it rather in terms of kind of reducing the transit times, in terms of reducing the delays that are happening at the various ports and across at various logistics hubs. So I'm sure that with the kind of initiative that have been announced, and I'm seeing then some of it happen on ground as well. I'm really hopeful that all of this in next couple of years will help us transit to a better movement across the nation.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for speaking to Indian Chemical News.
Thank you, Prashant. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you.